Hi, my name is Stu Niebergall, the President and CEO of the Regina and Region Home Builders Association. I'd like to share with you some perspective on why home ownership matters. Is there anything more reflective of who we are as Canadians than the dream of owning a home and the ability to make that dream a reality? Home ownership remains a coveted goal for many Canadians. However, achieving this perceived life milestone remains as challenging as ever. In the recent years, the conversation around home ownership has revolved around rising house prices, tighter mortgage rules, and the real challenge that younger Canadians face in becoming homeowners. A recent national poll sheds light on the extent of Canadians' discontent with the current housing situation. 3 in 4 Canadians think that being middle class means you should be able to own a home. 80% believe becoming a homeowner is more difficult than in the past. 76% of those surveyed think that current trends mean that in the future only the rich will be able to own a home in an area they want to live. 7 in 10 Canadians see falling home ownership rates as a serious issue, and 81% see the challenge facing first-time homebuyers as indicating cracks in Canada's socio-economic system. Every politician in Canada would do well to study the results, especially when you consider that only 1 in 10 Canadians thought any level of government is doing a good job when it comes to housing affordability. Ellen Gregg, who founded Decima Research, principal at Earnscliffe Strategy Group, and conducted the national poll, may have said it best. Canadians clearly equate access to home ownership with being in the middle class, so housing affordability is a top concern. The data tells us home ownership is a preference. Despite record on affordability, 84% of Canadian millennials still dream of owning a home. Unfortunately, the dream of home ownership is slipping away for an entire generation of young people. Canadian home ownership fell to 67.8%, the first drop since 1971 according to Stats Canada. Rentals now account for 32% of the country's homes. Are we locking newcomers and young families into a life as renters, not providing the opportunity to build equity that comes with home ownership? Canadians are not wrong about how they feel about home ownership. If you compared a $423,000 new home with 10% down, a $291,000 resale home with 10% down, assuming some average maintenance, $1,500 a month rent, with utilities and minor expenses that are not covered, your average annual cost to house yourself over 10 years is, for a new home, just under $20,000 a year, and for a resale or renting, slightly above $20,000 per year. Equity is the game changer here. Take that scenario over 25 years and there is almost a $300,000 difference between renting and home ownership. That's equity for retirement or educating your children or improving your lifestyle. You are not concentrating wealth for somebody else. Why does home ownership matter in Regina? Well, it builds equity for individuals and families. It creates a stable and safe environment, provides citizens with a greater ability to choose where they live, and there's the pride of ownership. Numerous studies have demonstrated home ownership boosts educational performance in children, induces a higher participation in civic and volunteering activities, improves healthcare outcomes, lowers crime rates, lessens welfare dependencies, and creates a sense of belonging in the community and a financial stake in neighborhoods, while adding stickiness to stay in our community. Harvard Joint Center for Housing Study says any meaningful effort to foster greater socioeconomic and racial ethnic integration has to consider means of creating entry paths into higher opportunity communities through home ownership. Given such an opportunity, public policymakers should consider the immense social benefits for citizens and the community. Under new mortgage stress tests, every time the price of a newly built home in Saskatchewan goes up by $10,000, 2.3% of Saskatchewan households are priced out of home ownership. Yet home ownership is very good public policy. Given all this, here are some recommendations for each level of government to assist in ensuring citizens have a reasonable opportunity to gain entry into the benefits of home ownership. For municipal government, ensure local zoning, permits, and approval processes are efficient and do not add significant cost due to delays. Take every step possible to limit the impact of fees and development standards on the cost of building new housing. Ensure your housing strategies and official community plans address market rate affordability. If more people and families are able to join the middle class because of market rate affordability, then more people will not slide down the housing continuum into subsidized social housing need. Provincial government, reconsider your strategy on provincial sales tax on newly built houses and the cost of a service lot. Ensure no new development taxes are burdened on a new family who wants to purchase a new home. And as part of the Government of Saskatchewan's Prairie Resilience Plan, unleash private sector and individual capital to invest in the energy efficiency and alternative energy solutions like solar on both existing and new homes. Government of Canada, do no more to mortgage rules to further lock out homebuyers. The economic impact is severe. Seek less blunt measures in the future. Support first-time homebuyers with low-risk solutions by increasing the limits to first-time homebuyer plans. This supports affordability and decreases homeowner debt. Support shared equity down payment plans that enable third-party equity to increase down payments and ensure new mortgage rules don't hinder them. And finally, allow 30-year amortizations on entry-level homes for the first-time homebuyer. To learn more about this subject and much more on city building, check out www.smartergrowthregina.com. To learn more about building and buying a new home in the Greater Regina area, including the newest neighborhoods and the largest selection of newly built model homes and show homes, go to www.reginahomebuilders.com, where you can also learn about why use a certified professional home builder or Renomark renovator or remodeler.